We will, what our game plan was to go about it as if everything was normal for us, that we would start official practice on September 29th, that we open up on November 10th. So we've been able to go with 5 weeks now of individual skill instruction along the same protocol that we talked about last time I was in front of you, with the 4 players on the court at one time, then 4 players in the weight room, and then 4 players doing rehab and recovery. It has gone well. I'm pleased with where our guys were at when we got them, in terms of them doing stuff on their own. Guys are going to play. Guys are going to work out. And now under our supervision, I've been very, very pleased. We got some guys who have really vastly improved. I'm excited. David Collins has had a great 5 weeks. And getting the new guys eligible, obviously, has been a big boost. Getting our only freshman on campus, and Caleb Murphy, has been tremendous in the workouts for us as well. So we're making good progress, and I tell the guys, don't know what's going to happen, but we need to plan on accordingly, that these are the dates. And the thing we focused on really during this time is getting back conditioning wise in good shape, and really just working on the individual skill development in terms of working on some weaknesses and highlighting some things that we do well. And I think our guys have really embraced it. I told them, this is a time to make a personal investment in yourself. Whatever we do now is going to help us once we are able to get together as a team and start doing stuff.
Coach, you've got 8 players 6'6" or taller. Is this the biggest and deepest team you've had during your time here at USF?
No question about it. And we're not just 6'6" or tall. We got some guys that are big. There's a remarkable difference in the weight room. 4 guys take up a lot more space than you would think, because we are big. We're big and we're strong, and we are deep. We got a lot of guys who have logged significant minutes or played at this level, or as I talked about with Russell and Prince, have played in high level programs. So their transition here, they've played for 2 of the best coaches in the country. So their immediate transition was very, very smooth. So I'm excited about our depth. I'm excited about our size. And our biggest thing is, you guys hear me all the time, our biggest thing is, in our program, one of our keys, to our culture is that we can and will get better every day. And then the guys have to embrace that, and they really have done a good job of that.
Can you give us the obligatory update on Yetna?
Yeah, so he is full go in every activity in terms of workout, strength, conditioning, and he is making really good progress. We have not done anything live just due to the circumstances. So our hope is that as of right now, he is on track for when we start practice, that he will be full go. And that's, as of right now, September 29th is the first day of practice. And we're careful with him. There's some days we give him the day off from the running and different things like that, but he's shooting the ball well, his body looks great, and so I'm pleased with where he's at.
How exciting is it to get David Collins back? I know you spoke on it a couple months, but now that he's back on campus and everything, just your thoughts on it?
Yeah, we talked about it the last time. What did he learn? What did he get from the conversations with the various scouts and/or general managers, assistant GMs? He's taken that to heart, and his work ethic. He's always a hard worker. You can't be that good without doing that. But he's taking it to another level, to the point now as a senior where people are really noticing it in terms of, we've had some staff changes. Adding Travis Wallace to our strength conditioning has been really, really good for us. Former players, the first strength coach I've ever been associated with that was a basketball player. So he knows what these guys have gone through. He was a great player at North Florida. and he trained some NBA guys, and so our guys have really been drawn to him in terms of his expertise and so forth, and guys are doing a lot of different things, and David has been one of those guys. And just to, again, a different voice, saying a lot of the same stuff, but it's new. And so he's done a great job of internalizing that and understanding there's some things he needed to work on. He's done a great job of putting in the time.
What kind of challenges did not having individual workouts in the spring? Because that's usually when you guys get a lot of one-on-one player development done.
It's hard, as I mentioned before. It's the funnest time of the year for me, where it's me and a couple guys in the gym and the staff, and we're just working on their game, and you don't got to worry about the pressure of a game coming up. You don't got to worry about a lot of stuff. You just worry about the like I said, one of the core values of our program and our culture is to get better every day. We can and we will, and you have to do it. But here's one thing that has gone unnoted. Our guys found ways to work out. You know what I mean? Just like right now, every weekend across the country, they're playing basketball. The high school kids are playing basketball every weekend. Volleyball is playing every weekend. Baseball is playing 7 days a week. You know what I mean? And I like it now because they are almost in a bubble. We have really good control over them, and we have a great facility for the situation that we're in terms of guys coming in extra, guys getting in shots on their own, and then us being able to really focus on the one-on-one details of the workouts that we like to do. So as challenging as it was in the spring, I think we've embraced the opportunity with even maybe a renewed enthusiasm, because it was taken away from the guys. You know what I mean? They were shooting out on the courts down the street, and nowadays guys don't like doing that. They like the music playing in the movement center with four shooting machines, so that they don't have to chase down the rebound. It kicks right back to them.
From what you've heard and what you've been told, how optimistic are you that you'll have a non-conference schedule of some sort?
I'm very optimistic. I'm very optimistic on that. Well, might there be some alterations in it? Might it be starting December 1st? Might it be you're going to play 6 to 9 non-conference games, and you're looking at the 3 weekends, and you're going to go quarantine for 2 days, 3 days, and then you got 4 teams there and you play everybody once. There's a lot of different things out there, but I'm very confident that we are going to play a non-conference schedule, and we may need to alter the league schedule in terms of how that is orchestrated. Mm-hmm. But we got not only in the NABC with Dan Gavitt and Jamie Dixon as the head of it, we got some coaches in our profession that know what they're doing, and they know how important it is that we play, and we got administrators in a lot of key areas that understand that as well. And I think, again, I think the next couple weeks are going to be transparent. Will happen what the next step is going to be. You know what I mean? So, and it may be pushed back, or it may be, hey, full steam ahead, we're ready to go. And that would be, either way is going to be great for us.
Pardon me if this has already been asked, Coach, but you guys have gone from being one of the tallest teams in the conference, one of the smallest teams in the conference. Now you're one of the largest teams in the conference again. Just kind of what's been the up and down kind of roller coaster ride with just getting personnel in that front court? Yeah,
I mean, I sent it. We have a great booster group, and I sent a text to him today. I told him that we had almost 21 feet of eligibility announced over the last 2 weeks. Again, we play a physical brand, and we're best when we're able to defensively play physical and rebound the ball with physicality, score around the basket. And the reason we're big, but we're more skilled. as well, which bodes well. And the one thing that's going to have to happen sometimes when you play two bigs, our guards are going to have to maneuver a little differently. So we'll have to make some alterations there. But being big and being able to move and rebounding the ball is something that's important to us. And that again, the one thing you said, with Prince, with Russell, with Mike, with Lex, with Luke, you got guys that can move too. So they're being big and you can't move doesn't help. You got to be able to move as well. And I like the fact that those guys can guard guys on the perimeter, so you can take advantage of your length out there.
Tom Harrion was recently promoted. Just your thoughts on that move, and also with your staff getting a new director, Bob?
Yeah, so, we went almost a whole year without a director of operations, as Jarrett was able to get, a dream job for him back at Florida State. But for us to first hire John Janowski in that position, a veteran, a guy that's a plug-and-play guy, he knows the job, and that was important for us. And then moving Billy into the video role where he's a great, really, for a young guy, got a great basketball mind. And then the thing with Tom, it was a long time coming. It was something that I wanted to get done, and now was the right time. He's earned it. Obviously, had great success. A lot of coaches wish they had his record as a head coach. And he's been so instrumental in building our program and the culture of our program, the recruiting, the relationships with the players. It's good to have a guy like that alongside you. He can have the, in this political time, to have, all these politicians talking about having someone that can tell them the last guy in the room type deal. You know what I mean? And it's good to have a guy who sat in that same chair that I'm sitting in, and being able to give advice and give information. But the biggest thing, he's just impacted the program because he has such unbelievable relationships with the players. And it starts in the recruiting, and it goes to the basketball, and it goes to the academics. And he completely deserved it.